All right, awesome. Hey Mel, how are you?
DJ, I am
Hey,
I am doing good. I'm
doing good.
still feeling the jet lag though, man. Like my body's tingly. I woke
Yeah.
up. You jinxed me, when we were talking. You're like, you're gonna wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I woke up, looked at the clock. It was 1:47 a.m. and
Was
I'm
it
like,
really?
yeah, I was
Oh my
cussing
gosh.
you. I'm not gonna lie.
So true though. I told her yesterday, guys, I was like, she's gonna be up at 2 o'clock, and then by the time 9 o'clock hits, she might be tired. So,
It's hard. At one point I was like 9 hours ahead.
mm,
So
yeah.
it just takes a minute. And I heard you talking about how much you miss Europe and that you should just book a trip. And I agree completely. And if you want a great place to fly into, I would fly into Stockholm. Because from Stockholm, John, you can catch a ferry to Denmark, London, Germany, everywhere.
Hmm.
It's perfect. The
It
perfect
is.
landing spot, and it was my favorite of all the places that we visited was Sweden.
Oh, awesome. I believe Ashley has been there as well and absolutely loves it there as well. Yeah. She did like some kind of paragliding there. She has some
Oh,
pictures.
yeah,
Really
there was a
beautiful.
lot going on,
Hmm.
around that sort of activity, but it was just so clean. The people super friendly. I absolutely loved it. I loved every place we visited, but Sweden was my favorite.
That's awesome. What did you think of London?
I love London, and
Okay.
I've always loved London, and I'll tell you why. Andrew, he's in the room here. He's in every room. He's been around Simpler for 14, 15 years. I don't know, forever.
Hmm.
But we had a great dinner with him too. So that was a highlight of my London trip.
Hmm.
All right, price below the PMZs, guys.
Yeah. Really quick too. I took the trade right there off the liquidity chop, guys, and that was really quick. And I'm just gonna close. So I made half my profits for the day right there. Now I'm just gonna wait for that PMZ and wait like Mel
So
does
did
for
you go
5 minutes.
short?
No,
Did
I
you go
went long.
long? What'd you
Went
do?
went long right at the liquidity chop, the bottom liquidity chop that I had at 75.46. Just a really quick trade. Really, really quick. What's got me down this much?
I'm gonna put an alert for myself at the bottom of the PMZs, guys, because the PMZ represents a sell zone right now. The Dow is actually coming up to test the bottom of the PMZ, so it bounced perfectly off my little support level there. Nasdaq came back into the line in the sand, my first initial buy zone here, John. That's going to be an interesting place to watch.
Okay.
But I would like to see some confirmation on
Hmm.
a Nasdaq trade from that buy zone just because the overall weakness is so very obvious in the Nasdaq compared to the Dow.
For sure. And I'm gonna put Nasdaq on a 3 minute on my chart. Look for that confirmation you're talking about. Real quick, guys, I bought back the calls that we sold on Nvidia before the close for about 40%, and we'll look for another trade if we can get a bounce here. Yeah, Nasdaq looking kind of ugly. That's how it was on Friday. Just really led to the downside, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah, but
uh,
that's how it was.
oof.
So, I didn't touch my charts. As you know, I do
Hmm.
not touch the stock market if I'm on vacation.
Hmm.
And on the Dow, John, I did not have to delete a demand zone. Not one. You understand?
Yeah.
On the NASDAQ, I had to delete three. And it's like, okay, if that isn't obvious where the strength is, I don't know
Hmm.
what else could be.
Hmm.
Nice bounce. ES is coming into the 15-minute EMA, guys, and the VWAP, as well as close to the bottom of the PMZ. Like I said, for me, I have an alert at the bottom of the PMZ is that is a opportunity to go short. The PMZ represents sell zone right now.
And you have your 15-minute VWAP like right underneath that, the PMZ on the 5 minute.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned there. You got VWAP and the 15-minute EMA right below the PMZ. You got a confluence going on there. The Dow, if anybody went long off that support, you are right at top of the PMZ, which would be a target to the upside. If the Dow can get above its PMZ, John, that's going to help ES or SPX trades for sure. My NASDAQ's still on a 5-minute. I wasn't sure if your 3-minute. Let me look at your chart there if you got any kind of confirmation.
We have a higher low on this guy so
Okay,
far.
okay. Good, good. Very nice, very nice. Oh, look at ES. You go.
Yeah, that's a pass-through candle, guys. Like, nice confirmation, just sitting there waiting. This 5-minute candle is wild.
Yeah, right up to pre-market highs resistance there. Right to my sell zone on SPX as well. Yeah. And just make a little buy zone there on SPX at that 5618 on the move from the close on Friday to the high. Price still inside the PMZ though, man.
Yeah. And the MNQ or the NASDAQ, I was hoping this candle wasn't going to be so big.
Oh,
You know,
that's it's a big old
it's like,
candle.
ugh.
And it's right at resistance, dude.
Mm-hmm.
The clouds are
Exactly.
like right there. We shall see. There we go. Back to pre-market highs on ES. I need to adjust I had a set and forget order in for XSP. And it looks like I need to adjust that because it's above my buy zone right now. So 40s.
All right, we got the 1-minute confirmation outside of the PMZ here. More an aggressive entry. See if we can get 75, 71. Remember, these areas up here at the upper liquidity chop, 76.4, daily volume candle, just a place to look out for.
There it is, pre-market high.
Come on,
Boom.
baby.
NASDAQ also, John, trying to get above that PMZ.
Let's go.
It's above
Yeah.
PMZ, coming right into VWAP. The NASDAQ is.
All right, I got stopped on that, guys. Right before the 71, I put a, which is actually a good, sorry, which is a, I've had this thing with my throat, man, the last several weeks, which was a really good, I guess, in hindsight for me. I put a stop in after we got close to 72, and they got stopped out. So I didn't lose any money. That's my third trade so far. And almost to my profits for the day. I'm going to wait to see if this thing can close over the PMZ, and then I might enter again.
Yeah, that was a really nice bullish move
Mhm.
there.
Also, one thing I'm doing, Mel, is just we're identifying the 15-minute opening range just to compare it with the PMZ. I'm doing like a study just to kind of compare the two because so many people use the opening range breakout. Um, and, you know, they typically, so what they're doing is waiting for the 15-minute high and low.
Oh, yeah, I know what the orb strategy is.
Goodness gracious. I cannot, I might have to stop talking here. But what I'm noticing is more times than not, and you've heard me say this before, is that the PMZ just pays a lot faster. But the ORB is also great if it's confluent with what we're doing. It really brings a lot of momentum to the trade. So I'm just going to mark this low. I'm actually going to move my liquidity chop down, guys, to the low just to identify that opening range so far. And you guys can see here that the neutral strategy set up at 9:37 Eastern time.
Huh.
Is this going to be this is a buy zone now? We're above it. We're coming back down to it. Let's see if the PMZ actually holds. I have a hard time though, Mel, like messing with my charts. Like as soon as I touch the chart, then that automatic comes off. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I can't help myself. So
Oh gosh,
yeah.
that's funny. So we're coming back testing the PMZ right here, guys. Aggressive approach is just to take that trade to the upside on the touch of the PMZ there. Of course, if you want to wait for confirmation, you can do that as well. But a pullback to the PMZ is a buy the dip opportunity with a bullish trending day.
Hey, Seven Picos, welcome back, man.
Oh, 7 Picos.
Yeah. He was in
When
Spain
you
for a while.
moving, Roberto? September 18th. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Can you believe it, John? Roberto's moving to Spain, man. It seems like he's been talking about it for years.
Yeah.
That is so exciting. So happy for you, my friend. And we have other traders in the room that trade from Spain as well. So that would be cool if y'all lived close to each other and could meet up. That would be really awesome.
I was telling Jasper Schmidt because he's in Spain.
Yeah, Mrs. Cash also.
Miss Cash as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got traders there. Oh, what was that? Blah, right at the PMZ. 1, 2, 3, PMZ.
I played this song last week and scared everybody.
Really?
Yeah, because you can play it out loud. I can't hear it on, sorry, I can hear it on my end. It's super quiet, but like if you're not expecting it, I think you
Oh,
scared
yeah,
a
I
lot of
bet.
people.
Yeah, right?
hmm All right, let's see. MNQ. Are we at an area on your NASDAQ chart to go short or no, Mel?
I
Sorry.
mean, you're coming into you're below the PMZ. That would have been your area to short, but
Yeah.
you're coming into the daily edge mid, dude. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That would be my only thing is, yeah, below the PMZ, of course, is a potential area to short. But when you asked me, you were about 10 points above the daily edge mid. And your Dow is sitting right at the 15-minute 8 EMA support here, below its PMZ, but still at support. And ES is right at the top of the PMZ here. All right. If anybody is long above the PMZ, ES 7567, 7568, so trim, and SPX level is right at a trim, right where price is at right now. I'm going to go ahead and trim one of my PMZ entries there. Next target for me on SPX is there at the high today, 75.44. Right about where price is at right now, 75.44. That's a trim, quick, easy profits from the PMC.
Oh yeah. Nice call outs, guys. Good trades. I've made not a ton of money, but almost 200 bucks, and it's been 15 minutes. So not bad. And we're not
Yeah.
done. I had to I forgot it to connect my API alerts. There we go. Good there. Everybody's using them now, Mel. Taylor just
Oh,
had
yeah.
he just had a webinar on.
Oh, cool.
He's going to be doing API alerts.
Very
John's using
cool.
them.
Yeah.
Danielle's using them.
Yeah, Danielle has been before
Anybody
I
else?
left.
Oh,
Of course,
Henry.
Henry.
Henry. Yeah, yeah,
Henry was the first one to jump on board. That's
yeah.
amazing.
It's awesome.
Very nice. Very nice. Hey guys, as a reminder, Upper Monthly Edge is incoming on SPX and I assume ES as well, right, John?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, so I don't want to talk too much about personal stuff, but I'm trying to go to Spain. I was going to buy a place, but then Ashley was like, "Why don't we just go?" I haven't told you this yet, Seven Picos, but she was like, "Why don't we just go visit Roberto and his family and get more of our bearings before we jump into a house?" And I was like, "That's probably a better idea."
Oh, that's such a wise wife. Gosh, John, I am so glad you have her. You know I love you to death, but you
Yeah,
are my
girl,
husband
I was about to already
reincarnated.
rent a house.
Dude, okay, I love you to death, but you are my husband reincarnated, and he's very impulsive like that.
Yeah,
And Ashley is more like me, it sounds like, and it's like, hey, let's slow this down just a bit. Let's
yeah.
go visit and then talk about buying a house. I love it.
All right, sounds good. We got a deal.
Martin B asked, were you ever tempted and did to trade while you were away? I'm always tempted to trade while I'm away. Did I? No, I absolutely did not and do not. NASDAQ pulling back, John, to the inside the PMZ, but right to the 15-minute EMA, the bottom of the PMZ, acting as support so far.
Mhm. If we can break this
Uh,
level, this would be a pretty big level, 75, 72. What do you got up there? Let me see.
75, 79.5 is my next level
Okay.
here. And then I'm really looking for upper monthly edge, 75.97 today. On SPX, guys, that upper monthly edge 75.50. Of course, a big round number, psychological value. Also, my next target for the trade from the PMC.
Let's go. So we're almost to our micro. Get ready to
Shep,
flatten.
to answer your question, Shep asked, and probably for both of us, if we're looking for a short up around the upper monthly edge or just targets for long.
Mhm.
Right now, it's a target for my long position from the PMZ. I do have a break even stop in place, by the way, guys. I've taken profits on 2 contracts. But to answer your question for me, Shep, I am open to trading the downside out of this supply zone, given just the fact that for 2 months we've been trading sideways and we're at the top of what is or has been a very choppy range.
Mhm.
But I would need confirmation to go short because the trend is overall bullish. Do you feel the same, John?
I do. 100%. I mean, that is my short setup, guys. If you read the ES setups, obviously, if we get there, we're making higher highs and higher lows, and we don't have the confirmation from Mel's confirmation process, then I'm not going to take a short. But yeah, I mean, I personally would like to see Nasdaq push up to the trendy edge here at 28,585, somewhere in there. But see.
Uh, Takio, or sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, asked, we opened lower than the PMZ. So at first it was a sell zone, but now we're looking to go long. Well, that's because the PMZ is always a neutral zone, really. Price below it, we treat it as a sell zone. Price above it, we treat it as a buy zone. And so my trade was from the pullback to the PMZ, treating it as a buy zone with a trending market is for me, I don't need confirmation. But for the sell zone time, I was looking for confirmation because the trend of the day was bullish and going short would have been a counter trend trade. So if the trade is counter the trend, I always wait for confirmation.
I don't know if you answer Martin, but I feel like Melissa was probably way too busy, man. She went to so many damn countries and so many things to see. I don't even know how she would have traded, to be honest with you.
Uh, Actually, it would have been very easy, John, because the market timing is so very different.
It's
But
awesome. Yeah, I
yeah,
agree.
it is truly awesome. But was I tempted? Yes, always. Did I do it? No, never. Because just I have to have a hard line for myself. I don't halfway do anything. So I jump in full steam ahead, so to speak. So I can't kind of trade the market while I'm on vacation. It's just not how my personality works. So, yeah. Got that next target there. I'm going to do a trail stop for myself. That is upper ME right there. Trail stop on my remaining contract.
Let's go.
Let's
Let's go. So what you're
go.
saying is we're all moving to Spain or something because the timing is awesome there. It really is.
Very
Awesome.
nice, Patrick. Patrick's up 480 on the day. Very, very
Nice, Patrick.
nice.
Way to go, man.
Yeah, those calls on just even XSP contracts, John, from
Mhm,
the PMZ up to that upper monthly edge target,
mhm.
that was $70 a contract.
Heck yeah.
So nice.
Patrick's doing. I feel like Patrick's doing really well. He came here. He said with $5,000, and I feel like he does really well throughout the day. So good
Very.
deal.
If
Levels
Patrick
work.
is trading $5,000 and made 480, that's 10% of his account.
Hmm.
That's yeah, darn good work.
Oh yeah.
We're at that level for me on ES, John. That's 75, 79 and a half.
Hmm.
This was a 4-hour top of the supply zone, but I didn't make it the supply zone because we gapped right up into it, and I didn't want it just to open up in a big red box.
Gotcha. And I
So
have.
that's why that
Don't we
is there.
have pretty close? Yeah, we're. Wait,
We're
that's
dead
my
on
future
with
screen.
each
Okay.
other.
Okay, that's what I was about to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. Yep.
And yeah, so if we get confirmation and it looks like a good return, then I might take the trade. But
You mean a short, John?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, sure.
Yeah, for me only with confirmation. Absolutely, positively only with confirmation.
What a move, though. Nice. Let's see. Who else is
Yeah, and I
who
think we
traded futures or SPX or in both rooms? I'm kind of curious. How many of you guys used the levels to get long this morning? Both rooms, please answer. I love to see like if anyone didn't and they hesitated and there's a reason, could you put it in the off topic so that Mel and I can help you out just to kind of talk through it or kind of read those questions for later? That'd be awesome. That will help us teach you as well. Nice.
looks like a lot of people did. And what was really cool about that, John, is you went long from that lower level and I went
Hmm.
long from the PMZ. So it was two different
Hmm.
trades, both long, right?
Hmm.
But two different trades and both worked out
Yeah,
for
definitely.
our
Wish I would
working
have saved
out.
my minis right here, but I will say that I did the one from Liquidity Chop, sold underneath the PMZ, did the aggressive out of the PMZ, sold before Liquidity Chop, and then waited for it to come back like you did, Mel, and then I think that's where I took my minis from, where you waited for it to pull back. Then I went long on the mini. Yeah, pretty crazy, man.
I'm still long one contract, guys, from that PMZ trade. So I've trimmed twice. It is at this point a higher low as long as we continue making higher lows here. So what was resistance, that 75.50 trim, is now support for me and the most recent low. So that's my stop. Chris, you hesitated because supply was so close, which I completely makes sense. This morning, what I was seeing and what I talked about this morning was the fact that this zone has been tested so many times that given the overall bullish sentiment on the gap and everything, that I would trade long into this supply zone and just mind my manners as we're in it. By the way, in NASDAQ traders, you're coming up to your upper weekly edge right here. So if you're long above the PMZ, this is a place that I would consider taking profits. Now, of course, the NASDAQ will have influence on ES and SPX. So your NASDAQ is at resistance at the upper weekly edge. The Dow is finding resistance at the top of the PMZ in a supply zone. So SPX, ES, just be mindful if you're still long. Have some plan to trail a stop.
And I'm just gonna take a break from the future charts just for a second, guys, because I need to come over here and look at NVIDIA.
What's going on with NVIDIA?
No,
Okay, no, we're still
we
up.
sold covered calls on Friday right before the close, made 40%, and now I'm loving it because we sold it right in time. But now I just want to see if we get higher up where I might start my covered calls again.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
interesting, John, with NVIDIA,
Mm-hmm.
because the other semiconductor names are
Mm-hmm.
actually not doing well.
Right. Right.
But NVIDIA is green right after you sold your
Mm-hmm.
covered calls. Very nice job there. Right? So
Mm-hmm.
is NVIDIA, can't even talk.
You're
Is
speaking like an English
NVIDIA,
person.
right? Is NVIDIA leading them, or
Yeah, I
is
don't
this
know.
a short the rip opportunity in NVIDIA? So I'll be interested to see what you're going to do there.
It is on a daily, Mel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We have your information, your confirmation
Uh-huh.
strategy was an entry at 195, stops at 189. I mean, this thing looks good on a daily chart. There's a supply zone around 205.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so I
Somewhere
want to wait
right
for
up
that.
where it's at
Yeah.
is a supply zone, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's very, very close on a daily. I haven't looked at the weekly yet. Give me
Mm.
1 second. Yeah, I mean, from a weekly, it is at the inside candle. I think I'd like to maybe wait and see if we can get to 204.5 before I sell some, but it's hard because like what you just said, plus we're in a supply zone that I have on my NASDAQ, and we're not that far from the supply zone on ES futures. So this is a place I
Yeah.
might scale into selling some calls.
Yep. Let's watch here, John. Upper Nas got above that upper weekly edge, and we're selling off a little, but
Mhm.
I'm looking, waiting, just curious if possibly I'm gonna run fibs. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Very near the 23.6 pullback there. And the Dow continues to chop in its PMZ. Complete chop. Moving my stop, I just am using the most recent low, guys, on that PMZ. So it was 750 or 75.50 for the stop, and now the most recent low is 75.53 for this stop. So just moving it up.
And I did, Shep. I switched to 3 minutes to look for confirmations now.
What in the world? Where did my bid go for my sudden forget? Oh, never mind, because I'm on the other non-alerted account. That's why it's not showing up there. My set and forget didn't get hit. The pullback wasn't big enough for me to get in. Oh, there we go. Dow getting above the PMZ here, guys. Anybody long the Dow above its PMZ, you are coming into first target pre-market high. Next target 53,405. 53,405 is the next target for the Dow. And of course, while that's happening, the NASDAQ is pulling back to the 23.6, showing the signs of that rotation yet again. You know, John, I thought it was funny. You were gone for 2 weeks. I was gone
Mhm.
for 2 weeks, and both of us, when we came back, price was basically where we left.
Isn't that crazy? It like totally waited for us.
Dude, it's such a choppy market. That's what it says to me. Like, you went away at the end of June. I went away in the middle of July, and we can be away from the charts for 2 weeks, come back, and prices within 20 points of where we left.
Yeah, that's wild.
Apple is red today. Interesting. You've been trading Apple as well, right?
Hmm. I actually picked up shares. I think the last amount that we bought was maybe 301, 302, something like that. Um, let me see. Yeah, 301 and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And we bought some debits and stuff like that into it. So, all right. So there's the short setup for the NAS, but it's coming right into the 3-minute cloud, but it is there.
It's coming right down to VWAP as well,
Hmm.
and the 15-minute 8 EMA, John. And the 38.2, there's just a lot.
Hmm. This is where I personally get analysis paralysis. I'll start being like, but then, if we never know. So at that point, if I feel like the supply zone is going to take over and the risk is small, then I'll
Mm-hmm.
try to take the short regardless, just to see if we get a breakdown. But I have to be smart with that and keep the stop in, especially on NASDAQ, because I'll lose my
Oh,
ass.
yeah.
So,
On
yeah,
NASDAQ, yeah.
yeah.
Uh, yeah.
How did you feel the whole time you were there? Like the food, did you feel like my first couple experiences on the boat felt a little like after a while, felt a little swollen, felt like I was eating a lot of bad food. But my last trip
Um,
was amazing. I had no issues.
so I'm pretty
You eat so
disciplined
good though.
eater.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a pretty disciplined eater. I'm not tempted, really, honestly. Um, so my eating didn't change a whole lot. I was kind of disappointed that I couldn't get my fiber like I'm used to, and
Hmm.
that's a big deal, and it has a lot to do with inflammation and things. But I was I missed it's gonna sound crazy, but I missed my chia seeds. Like, give me some chia seed options on the boat. That would have been
Hmm.
nice. Um, but I was able still to eat a lot of raw vegetables and lean protein and all of that. So I actually hopped on the scales when I got back, and my weight was up 1.2 pounds.
Oh, nice. Not bad at
So,
all.
yeah. Well, let's see.
Yeah, Nvidia is saying hold my beer. So what I did there, guys, I stole a call credit, and then I also bought for next week. And then for this week, I bought a potential move into the weekly edge in the supply zone. There's going to be a day, maybe, if we're lucky, that Nvidia actually breaks through this chop and makes a move for it. But that's just in case.
My
I'm gonna.
trail stop was stopped out, John,
Oh,
at
just now. Okay.
75.56. So I wish trails stopped out, but still, from the PMZ, John, that's 75.35 to 75.56, 22 points.
Hell yeah. Welcome back. The market was actually, if I could grade today's open, just
Mhm.
was like I loved it. It was like perfect. Liquidity chop worked. The
Yeah.
PMZ once it because we had a pass through candle, so it passed through real quick,
Yeah, but
closed
that
in
would have
there,
been a
then gave it.
counter trend,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah.
Because we were bullish. I was looking for bullish trades more than
Hmm.
bearish.
Yep. Yep. That was perfect though. I
Yeah.
like the way it worked out.
NASDAQ at support, guys, the VWAP, the 15-minute ADMA, as well as the bull channel here. The Dow is in a supply zone that has been a supply zone, but it's above its PMZ. NASDAQ's above its PMZ. The ES is solidly above its PMZ. I'm gonna run some fibs. Have you ran fibs on ES just this morning's price action?
Not yet. I'm about to though. Mm.
Run us some fibs there from the low this morning. What a bounce off 75.43 and a half. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, the NASDAQ, guys, you have the upper weekly edge resistance at 28,586. So if you're long the NASDAQ, you need to be aware of that. Shotgun sell entry on what?
Whatever chart you're on. If
But
it's popping up on
oh,
that.
okay. It's
Yeah.
SPX.
Because I got even on ES futures, I have a short setup here if I wanted to take it, but I mean I might. I could get maybe 81,
I
about 5 or
mean,
6 points.
hey, you know what?
And what 91 is the stop? Let me see.
Let's see. Mine on SPX, John has a risk of 3.5 and the reward is 10, dude.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't know what it's showing on ES, but
About 6.75. This market is strong right now though.
yeah, it is.
It's hard. It's like I want
But
to.
the
I'm like,
NASDAQ,
"Eh."
if it can't, John, if the NASDAQ is going to find resistance at the upper weekly edge, then, it's right at it right now.
Mhm.
I didn't take the short. I don't know if you did or not, but I'm watching the NASDAQ chart and I'm watching that upper weekly edge. Is it resistance truly, or
Right. Yeah.
are we going to blow through it,
It feels like a blow through kind of moment. Let's see.
It feels like if you take the short, you need to just, not be overly looking for a big, huge win. I would take
Right. Right.
profits.
Exactly.
755,983. So the entry, it actually didn't do it did not go below. uh, So you got a high, a lower high, and then a break below. It never broke below. So maybe that's one of the changes. The
It was
entry
like
is,
right there. So it touched, if you open up, at least on my ES, let me see. See right here, price came down. It
yeah,
must
but
have
it
crossed it
didn't.
on a
Mm,
micro level.
mm.
Like we'd have to, but it knows what to do. So I don't know. I mean, it's right there.
Yeah,
Maybe,
no,
maybe it's at or below is why it popped up there.
probably,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I'm thinking.
I had an order in to short it on going breaking below. It didn't fill, so that's
Mm,
why I investigated that a little bit just to see. But since then, we've made higher highs inside that zone. NASDAQ right above upper weekly edge. The Dow again above the PMZ in that supply zone though. Internals are still very positive, John.
mhm. That monthly edge is sitting up there like, come to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's calling it. SPX has made it to its monthly edge, but yes, about 4.5 points below.
This is Patrick. This is what Mel and I do on Monday and Wednesdays, I believe. We're dual broadcasting. We used to dual broadcast every single day, but we split it up to make it a little bit more uniform, so that SPX room could just, just to have a nice little break for everybody, like back and forth. I like dual broadcasting, but it's nice also just to have one-on-one time as well. So this is Monday and Wednesdays we do this, but thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. And Omer, I'm
Yes.
gonna have to check that out with Dr. Goldner, Goodbye Lupus Protocol on YouTube. Okay.
Omer. Oh man, I've
Omer.
missed Omer, dude.
I
So
know.
good.
I was like,
So
oh
good.
man, he's getting ready to retire, or he did retire. Did you retire,
You
Omer?
retired. Yeah, didn't he retire?
Well, I know I
Oh,
asked last week and
John.
I couldn't remember
Yes,
the
he's
exact day.
retired.
Dang, man.
Congratulations. And thank
Yeah,
you for
congrats,
your
dude.
gazillion years of service.
Yeah.
And
Everybody,
speaking of, John, my niece, not good, dude. You know
she's,
where she's at?
uh-uh.
I do now.
You do now?
Right where you don't want to be.
Right. We have to
She's
send
in
her a care
Jordan.
package.
She's in Jordan right now, dude.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's part of what you sign up for, but
Mm,
it's concerning.
for sure.
Thank you, DJ. Yep, Nasdaq's still rejecting that upper weekly edge, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
I mean,
Look at that Dow, though.
let's see.
Ooh,
Nvidia was like,
Nasdaq.
hold my beer, man.
What is Nvidia?
It pushed up through
Holy
that cloud. Yeah, it went from
dude, there's
down
that
3 to up
205
4 almost.
almost.
Yeah. Well,
Nice, very nice. Apple's bounced since I was like Apple's red. That's interesting. Well, Apple's bounced half of it back.
mm,
Intel, it looks like I might get some Intel shares since I'm down to so few.
nice, Matt. Good
Nice.
job. Yeah, Mel, let's keep an eye on that. And then we're almost up here to the ME, guys. This ACDC's playing out
Hey,
fast.
where's your brother, dude?
My brother, he is definitely trading. Um, they had us over for dinner last night. It was very nice. My dad's still here and my
Oh, I
stepmom.
didn't know
And
your dad was in town.
yeah. So he's been over
Awesome.
at the, because Matt's staying in our other place now.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he's
hmm
been working for the last week, just fixing things around the house. He's funny.
Dang,
Talking to
nice.
every neighbor that even bats an eye at him. It's like he talks a lot. So
Dude,
yeah,
my mom and dad are the same way.
yeah. Kyle
Like,
said
I
he's
know everyone in my neighborhood thinks that, like, oh, look at those rejects. They live with their parents. And it's the opposite. My parents live with us, but my mom and dad are so, like, social that
Yeah.
they talk to the neighbors we never talked to.
Yep. That's exactly what my dad's doing.
Oh, here we are, John.
Yep.
There it
Playing this
is,
out. This is
friends.
crazy.
Very nice. NASDAQ traders, FYI, you are right at high a day resistance. And then above there, 28,652. But ES is right at my sell zone now. Dang, I can't. Oh, well. My trail stopped, just got stopped. It's a process, but
Hmm.
those contracts are up 200 a share now.
Really?
200. Yeah.
Sweet.
Not quite 200. That's an exaggeration. I'm sorry. 185. Right here, guys, is where I actually, and I'm sure John as well, is more interested in watching for a short as ES comes up to its upper monthly edge. So it is now at supply and at the same time, the Dow is at supply. And the NASDAQ is not quite there according to my charts, but it is very, very close and it has been weaker. So I'm looking and watching and using the new handy dandy indicator that will be available to y'all soon. Soonish. I have to look at what the date is. Microsoft and Google are popping wild. Oh yeah, Google up 3.5, Microsoft up 4.5. Holy mackerel. Come on, Microsoft. Microsoft is the Mag 7 name I actually did a couple of ads to as far as equity goes. Beautiful.
NASDAQ's up 200 points. This is small cookies for it, you know. The question here is, does it want to keep moving up? But it's right into the zone, right by the edge. ES futures stalled at 75.97. I feel like I
I'm
want to be
waiting
short,
for the
but
dude. I like the changes on the new beta indicator. That one change in particular that y'all made with it taking the labels off if a stop is ran through or a target. That's beautiful.
yeah, for
But it
sure.
doesn't just hang around.
Right, right, exactly. Exactly.
Beautiful. All right, NASDAQ traders, if you are long, it's coming into that upper daily edge just below my sell zone. Inside of John's sell zone. Looks like you got it labeled as a bearish, or it's the top of the bear channel, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. What happened here?
The Dow's coming into support right now, guys. The bottom of the PMZ and the 15-minute 8 EMA. Right as ES is at resistance, the upper monthly edge, and the NASDAQ is at resistance, the upper daily edge, but not quite to my sell zone. SPX traders, if you are still long, my next target 75.80. That's candlestick structure. Target. Man, oh man. Ooh. John, you want to take a look at the Oracle? Jag says Oracle is at an interesting level. Could run to the ME, which is about $9 above where it's currently at.
Let's see.
I would say take a look at it from an ACDC perspective, since Jag mentions the ME being a target. I wonder if on a 4-hour. There we go. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, that puts us at 144, my only, and that's also the yearly edge, Mel.
Yep, I
I
see
definitely
that.
like it there. The only thing I think resistance could be around 140, but this is definitely a good setup. If I took the trade, I would take it here, and then I would add if we pull back a few
To the
bucks.
ME mid
Yeah,
there,
like yeah, exactly. So maybe
or
around
even
132,
yeah,
133.
even today's low,
Mm-hmm.
right? Somewhere around the ME mid, today's low, add in
Mm-hmm.
there. What are those 3 cyan lines right there?
These were actually the targets that it
Oh,
gave
okay. Okay.
with on the entry here for the confirmation. So it's 119, and then but it hit all the targets already.
Oh,
So it's just
gotcha.
kind of yeah.
Must have been small time frame
It
target.
was yeah yeah. We were looking into this when it shows up like this. It's only every once in a while that
Hmm.
it will do this.
That would have to be really small time frame targets because
Mhm.
they're so close together.
Yeah, $3, $4, and $5 return. The risk was 5, so it was like a 1-for-1. But yeah, I like this, Jag. I mean, this is definitely an ACDC setup here. It's already come
It just
into this
ran a
higher.
lot.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would prefer if it comes back a little. So I'm going to create an alert at or below roughly 134 and some change. And if it comes back there, I might take the trade. If I miss it, that's okay too.
Boy, Naz came right to my cell zone. FYI, guys, that upper weekly edge now lines up with the bull channel today. And then you've got the VWAP and the 15-minute 8 EMA lining up with the bottom of that bull channel today. So if you are thinking of going short the NASDAQ, that's a great target zone right there. But also, that represents a place to go long if you're not long. So Matt is still trading, just not active in the chat
Yeah,
because I
sorry.
can see.
So he really upped his hours. So he's been
Oh,
listening
gosh.
in from 200 feet,
Oh
on a
my gosh,
tower.
that is
Which,
dangerous.
yeah, I know. He sent me a picture once and it was like he had his phone set up on the tower while he's working and could see like the room or
Uh-uh.
whatever.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Like,
No,
okay,
sir.
man. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
goodness. That's crazy. That's dangerous. Oh. So my husband got really spoiled. The casino loves me, and
Yeah.
so they offer me steak dinners in the steakhouse, the
Yeah.
specialty restaurants all the time. And my husband discovered the Wagyu cheeseburgers. I know it sounds crazy, but because of his cancer, he can't eat steak, but he can eat those Wagyu cheeseburgers. And so we ate in the steakhouse like, I don't know, 4 nights in a row. Luckily, they have chicken options, so because I only eat red meat once a week, but that was really good.
So we went over, Matt had specifically went to a butcher that he really likes for our steaks yesterday. And he said, dude, you have to get I'm gonna have to ask him again. It's some sort of hot dog. And he says that it is the best hot dog ever, but I have to ask him again. Um, he's like, I would have never thought of a hot dog that has this. I have to tell you here in a second. Let me ask him. NASDAQ just pushing through.
I've got my cell zone, John, at 28,692. I
Mhm.
believe um, it's either a 2 or 4 hour inside down. Look. All right, yeah, definitely 4 hour inside and down, and it has been tested twice, as a matter of fact.
We have an entry here.
Yep, I just heard that alert go off as well.
You're not feeling this one? It's hard, man. NASDAQ is really strong. NVIDIA is really strong.
It is, but I mean, it's right at my cell zone, dude. The only thing I don't like about it, honestly, is the fact that the Dow is at support. Is
Mm,
the only thing I really don't like about it. I think I'm
mm-mm,
just gonna do one and just wait and see and maybe add.
mm-mm.
But yeah, I'm playing with some profits,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah. What's that?
I didn't, I didn't
Oh,
hear. Oh, I just
oh,
heard something.
okay. So that's our calls that we bought. We made about 50% there almost on NVIDIA. So I went ahead and closed that out. We're in a supply zone. Doesn't mean that we don't run through it, but it's had a nice run. So I figured just take advantage of it, close it out. And then I think other than that, it is 9:31, exactly 1 hour. So it's perfect timing. I feel like a lot of us made our money this morning, at least our intraday money very quickly. Doesn't mean that we won't trade more, but that was fun, right, Mel? I mean, welcome
Yeah,
back.
good time.
I thought that was fun. I really appreciate you guys being here. Um, do we have Q&A today? I know I have
No,
to go to an appointment real fast, but we don't have
nope.
Q&A. All right.
Mm-mm.
And do we have any meetings? I thought, when is our meeting? You, me.
Wednesday, I believe.
Okay.
Don't get me lying, but I think it's Wednesday, dude. I don't see anything. I've got a long-term equity session because it's the first Monday of the month
Okay.
in
Okay.
the trendy room, but that's the last hour of the day.
Okay.
If you did go short on that scalp entry there, watch here about 75.63, just candlestick structure there.
All right. Awesome. I'm going to get away for a little bit. I'll be back a little bit later, guys. I want to go over at some point today. Um, trying to think here for Palantir. So I'll probably give about an hour. I'll jump back on. I need to check and see what time my very short appointment is. And then we'll go over a couple charts for earnings this week. So Mel, it's good hearing your voice. And everybody else, thanks for being here. And we'll be back. I'll be back a little bit shortly in the Trinity room.
Awesome. Thanks, John. Thanks, fam. It's great to be back. I'll be around.